All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Derek P. Fields back again with another video. And as expected, it was a very quiet weekend on Camp Detroit. I predicted on Friday that, of course, nothing would go down during the weekend, and that's exactly what happened. So it's already Monday, and free agency is 5 days in now, and the Lions have made a somewhat of a splashy play, but not anything too major. We're going to talk about Suh's potential to come back to Detroit and where NFL.com has him among 11 potential landing spots for Ndamukong Suh. Now, I personally don't believe that he's going to come back here because of the way he left. If you guys remember, the Lions got put out of the playoffs in the 2014 season. And I forgot who they lost to. I would have to look it up. But he was on the podium and it was approaching his free agency and he got teary-eyed up there and he was just like, I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about, the out of respect for his team, he doesn't want to talk about that. And that I kind of just knew at that moment that he wasn't going to want to come back. So, or that he wasn't going to come back because it seemed like he got so emotional because he just knew in his heart he was going to take a payday from somewhere else. And I think it takes a certain type of person to play in this city. You've got all types of weather conditions. You've got, we don't really have true seasons. So you've got to be kind of cut from a different cloth to live in Detroit or in Michigan, period, in my opinion. I don't think that that's not the reason he came back, but I do think it takes a special type of person to stay. So once again, this article is from NFL, and I'll link the article in the description. I just want to point something out to you guys. I am not in the business of giving false information. So this is just my opinion. And the reason I put potential ranking in the title is because I wanted to be very clear that this can be interpreted a number of ways, this article. In my opinion, Detroit falls this specific number, and to me that's a rank. So that's why I put potential rank, because I wanted to be very clear that this is my opinion of the interpretation of this article. So as of today, there has still been no team that signed Ndamukong Suh. I personally think he will probably go to the Saints or the Seahawks because I believe that, along with just not wanting to come back to Detroit, there's not a lot of people who believe in this city and if they in his team, and if they want to win, then they know not to come here. Especially he's already been here and he lost in the playoffs at least 2 times, I believe, in 2011 and the 2014 season. So I'm not sure if there was a third one. Like I said, I'll have to look it up. I'm just kind of coming off the cuff from watching them and just kind of remembering. But I don't think he's going to want to come back here. So these are 11 potential spots that he could land, and where my interpretation of this article has Detroit in that ranking. So they've got the Indianapolis Colts as number 1, the Cleveland Browns as number 2, the Atlanta Falcons as number 3, the Los Angeles Rams as number 4, number 5 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number 6 is the Seattle Seahawks, number 7 is the Carolina Panthers, number 8 is the Detroit Lions, number 9 is the Baltimore Ravens, number 10 is the Philadelphia Eagles, and number 11 is the New Orleans Saints. Now, like I said, this is my interpretation of this article. So that Detroit lands at number 8. And my personal opinion is that Suh is not going, this would be like in the bottom tier of places that he would want to come as far as a free agent. And I'll tell you what this person says. And once again, I'll link the article in the description. It says, a reunion seems too good to be true, but there's a new group in charge in Detroit from where Suh last played there. I'm sorry, from when Suh last played there. The Lions are in need at the position, and the team has $27 million to spend. by over the cap's count. Let's leave his old Motor City transgressions in the past and run this thing back. So that is this person's analysis of what he thinks and how he thinks Ndamukong Suh would fit in Detroit. So he's basically saying that, in my opinion, it's less likely to happen, but Suh may feel that there's a different type of regime in Detroit now, and maybe he has some hard feelings or some remorse about how he left. Because to me, like I said, he kind of pulled I don't know, it's like a LeBron James kind of. Like when he left, he knew on the podium when they were asking him after that playoff loss, he knew that he wasn't coming back here. And maybe he wants to redeem himself, kind of like LeBron did with Cleveland. And yeah, he won 2 titles before he came back, but I'm just using that as a similarity. Maybe Suh can come back. I don't know. Maybe he feels like he owes it to the city. I doubt he's that type of guy, but I honestly do not see him coming back. And I'm also not surprised that 5 days in, he was released the day free agency started. I'm not surprised that 5 days in that no team has yet to sign him. Because as Detroit Lions fans know, the history with Ndamukong Suh is not a very good one. He, in my opinion, he is not the cleanest player out there. And I am going to label him dirty. I've seen stuff that you've seen stuff in the NBA, in the NFL, and you try to give a guy the benefit of the doubt, but there are things that are obvious and blatant. And Ndamukong Suh, since he's been in the league in 2010, has been responsible for a lot of them. I specifically remember, man, was it him? No, I'm sorry. I'm confusing him with Raiola before he left, that he stumped a guy, stepped on his ankle. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to lie to you guys, so I'm just going to tell you guys that I may be mistaken, but I believe that it was Raiola. He stepped on a guy's ankle or hand or something like that. I forgot who they were playing, but Raiola wasn't in the league last year, so it was the year before that. And I watched it. I'm like, man, there's no way that he didn't do that on purpose. So Suh was that type of guy to me, that he did everything he did was on purpose, choking people, kicking people, stomping on people. I don't know if he intentionally, like during a play, tried to hurt somebody, but if you watch a lot of his plays, they don't look clean. They don't look clean, and I don't think we need that here in Detroit. I think he's still a force to be reckoned with, in interior defensive lineman wise, and I think he would cause some havoc. Would I want him back? For the right price? Yeah, I can see him coming back. But maybe his mentality has changed. Maybe Matt Patricia and the coaching staff can help Suh not to be so dirty. But I don't know. But this article has Detroit as the 8th out of 11 potential spots, and I think that he'll make a decision. Because he's had, I guess, a couple different offers, or he's met with at least 3 to 4 teams. And I think that by the end of this week that he will be signed by a team other than the free Detroit Lions. I'm sorry, I was going to say free agency, but that's what we're talking about. So that's just my opinion, my interpretation of this article. Once again, I'll link the article in the description, and you can use your own interpretation. But what do you guys think? You want to see Suh back in the D? You want to see him with number 90 or 93? Would you like him back? Would you call it Suh? Would you give him a warm welcome, a hostile welcome? I don't know what you guys think. Be sure to leave it in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys watching and being patient with me. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And hit that notification bell as well. We do a lot of different things on this channel right now. It's free agency. We do have some minoxidil videos coming up real soon. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I plan to post my month 6 update. So I had to throw that in here for any guys watching that's eager to see my month 6. So once again, thank you guys. It's Derek P. Fields, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.